Good afternoon and welcome to Swechotv. It's exactly 6 minutes past 1 p.m. and I'm bringing to you the lunchtime news. I'm Dedan Jack Arivi. We begin with the top story and what's making a headline today, where a section of ODM leaders has accused the Linda Mwananchi team of instigating the chaos as part of a larger scheme to vilify the party. Speaking in Kisumu on Sunday, Homa Bay Governor and ODM Chair Gladys Wanga and Energy Cabinet Secretary Opiyo Wandayi accused the team of whipping up emotions and provoking peaceful people to engage in violence. The leaders called on the political class to preach unity and allow the government to deliver on its development promises.
We don't want a situation that is currently obtaining, that you plan a rally as a way of provoking unrest. That is not acceptable. We want peace and tranquility in our counties of Kisumu, Siaya, Migori, and Homa Bay. If you plan a political rally, please do so with good intentions, but not as a way of provoking violence, so that you bastardize some people who make us look bad.
And we have prayed that as we go into this election year, this country remains united, because we all walk the same journey. Nobody must remain outside. All of us must remain inside, whether you are from which ethnic group or another. We should preach politics of unity, and we should play politics of bringing this country together.
Because he knows and believes that he's the president of one country called Kenya. And that is why he looks at Kenya and sees those parts of Kenya that have not been developed like the other parts, and he chooses to bring them up.
Our president has brought every person on the table, whether it's the church, whether it's the farmer, whether it's anybody. This broad-based government has become for everybody, has become inclusive.
Now, on to Linda Mwananchi tour in Homa Bay County yesterday. The Linda Mwananchi convoy was yesterday evening attacked as it made its way in some of the areas in that particular town where several people injured, including journalists, during a day marred by drama and violence. And the Mwananchi leaders have accused Homa Bay Governor Gladys Wanga and a host of government-leaning leaders of planning the violence. The team was forced to use dusty roads to access their venues after several roads were barricaded by stones.
Wakati watu ya Olkalau wanapewa vitu mzuri, kila mtu anatoka na transformer, kila mtu anatoka na mtungi ya gas, nyinyi mnakula vumbi tu kama sisi kule Western. Hakuna tofauti yoyote ambayo mumeona ndani ya hii serikali.
I am telling the police, you have failed in your duty. The governor for Homa Bay, and the member of parliament for Homa Bay, and the member for the county assembly from Diwa, they have waged a war of division.
Walisema hatuwezi kuingia Sindo, na lakini nataka mseme wasikie hapa ni wapi. Ati hapa ni wapi?
Tuliambiwa tutafika kwa sababu ya maguns, lakini tunataka tuambie maguns ya kwamba the power of the people is stronger than the people in power.
Luo Nation haitakuwa Olkalau. Sasa tunaenda kufanya kitu inaitwa Olkaluo. Olkaluo. Tunaenda kufanya Olkaluo.
Sasa sisi leo tumekuja kuambia, hata kama walifanya hivyo, ile roho ya baba haikuenda, iliingia kwa Sifuna. Ruto ameshindwa na kazi, nataka kumpatia red card. Asante sana.
Now, still in politics, the United Opposition has condemned attacks on Linda Mwananchi in Homa Bay County, accusing the government of failing to Sorry for that. The United Opposition has condemned the attack on Linda Mwananchi in Homa Bay County, accusing the government of failing to curb what it described as escalating attacks targeting the opposition. The condemnation by Rigathi Gachagua and Kalonzo Musyoka, who spoke in Kiambu and Machakos counties respectively, as well as concern raised by the clergy over the state of affairs.
Nalalamika. Tunaambiwa tupige wa Kenya na hatutaki. Tunaambiwa tuharibu mali ya Wakenya hatutaki. Tunaambiwa tufanye kazi na goons hatutaki. Ndio huyu Murkomen anatisha polisi. Ati nyinyi polisi mkisikika mkisema one time. Tukisikia mkiita Ruto Kasongo mtafutwa kazi. So Uhuru Kenyatta is not sponsoring us. We don't need any sponsorship. This is a mass movement ya kufanya mabadiliko Kenya. Haitaji pesa. Hutakuwa na yeye kwa debe. Ile mwanaume ako na wewe hapa kwa hapa ni huyu Rigathi.
That the person bearing the highest responsibility for security in the land is none other than the President of the Republic of Kenya, William Ruto. He's a person bearing that highest responsibility. I advise you very strongly to stop the rundown on our country. Because what has happened today in Homa Bay is clearly not acceptable, but we must exercise tolerance.
And we must condemn it in the strongest terms possible. It's undemocratic. Kuna watu walikufa wakipigania this democratic space.
They need to ask themselves a question: if we kill all citizens, who will we govern? If all people are hurt and they die, then we will have no people to lead or to.
Kenya Kwanza leaders have renewed calls to strip retired President Uhuru Kenyatta of his retirement benefits. The leaders are again threatening to introduce a bill in Parliament to suspend the benefits over what they described as continued interference with the government in power. Speaking during political rallies in Kimimini, Trans Nzoia County, Kilgoris in Narok County and Busia, the leaders rallied behind President William Ruto, saying Kenyans should be allowed to choose their leaders without political incitement.
Mheshimiwa Ruto alishinda wao wakiwa na deep state, wakiwa na Raila Amolo Odinga yule alienda, aliwashinda akiwa nje ya serikali. Sasa hata kwa serikali atashindwa.
Mambo ya ukabila, mimi nataka kusema ni mambo mabaya, mambo ambaye hatufai kujivunia.
They think they have money, they have wealth, and they can confuse the society. Mimi nataka kuomba ndugu yangu Uhuru Kenyatta, we want a country that once you have retired, once you have gotten an opportunity because you work under privilege of Kenyans, and you have finished your job, please retire in peace, be a guardian.
We are telling Honorable Gachagua we respect him. He should be in a position to apologize to His Excellency the President. Na pia he should tone down. Mount Kenya yeye pia peke yake haiwezi kumfanya president. Mount Kenya 1992 alikataa Moi. Moi akarudi akatawala 10 years mpaka 2001.
Moving on, cloud of sorrow as the Gulf villages in Kibwezi, Makueni County, as families of 7 people who perished in an accident along the Imali-Ukia Road on Friday come to terms with the loss.
I have had losses in the family, but the accident loss is such unique. The pain is just very extreme. The pain is very extreme.
Tukapiga simu yake mara kadha wa kadha, tukapata kweli ndugu yetu alikuwa ametuacha. Ndugu ambaye tulikuwa tunampenda sana, ndugu ambaye ndiye mwenyekiti wa hii familia, ambaye ni kiongozi wa hii familia. Sasa tumepata pigo kubwa.
Wenye magari wakimakinika to service their vehicles, And again, if drivers are more careful, we can save lives.
Baadhi ya marafiki zetu ambao wengine ambao walifariki pia walikuwa ni viongozi wa kijiji. Kwa sisi kama kijiji tunasikia tumepoteza na tumeumia sana.
That makes us to have a first commercial break. Don't go anywhere because I'm coming up with the sports news where you don't have to miss at any point. Yes, now we begin our sports sector story, where the indomitable Lionesses of Cameroon finally conquered Africa. They crushed the debutants Malawi 3-0 to win their first ever Women's Africa Cup of Nations title, ending decades of heartbreak after the previous final losses. It was a first-half masterclass. Mary Manga, the tournament top scorer, opened the scoring into the 20th minute. Naomi Eto'o doubled the lead just 10 minutes later. And right before the break, Mary Manga struck again to make it 3 and seal the deal. The Lionesses' path was improbable. They only qualified after CAF expanded the tournament. Then they knocked out 10-time champions Nigeria and host nation Morocco. Now they are the champions.
I was just focused because it was an important game, a final. So I know if I was not focused, maybe something can happen in favor of Malawi because they did a good game today too. They deserve to. And I was focused. Like I say, I like big games because big games, during the big game, I'm more focused. Yeah.
It's amazing to be able to win this first star, like I said, and for us to win it, not for just ourselves, not for just the country, but for our presidency, for our federation. You know, it's something grand, and to be able to appreciate this moment for women's football in Cameroon it's a big step forward. So super grateful.
It was fantastic. It doesn't matter we lost, but the game was good. First of all, I thank God for everything what has happened today. Secondly, congratulations to Cameroon. They deserve it to win. You know, Malawi was the first time to be in the tournament. I said it yesterday, and every time I like to say this is miracle Scotias.
Vihiga Cranes from Vihiga County are the new Safaricom Chapademba Season 5 Western Region champions in the boys category. Vihiga Cranes edged Musokoto 1-0 in the final, with Melon Omondi's second half header proving the differences as they sealed the Western Region title. In the girls category, the Ugari Progressive of Kakamega beat Charcoal Queens of Busia 4-3 on penalties after the final ended goalless in regulation time. Both champions pocket 250,000 Kenya shillings and earned a place at the national final, while the runners-up took home 150,000 Kenya shillings.
Before my principal retires, vitu tunaenda kufanya through guidance of God, tunataka tuache legacy yenye everybody atakopi. That's our mission, that's our vision, that's our dream.
Kuhusu ya jana, nilifunga bao moja, leo pia nikafunga bao moja. Na mimi kwa Safaricom Chapademba yani umejuanga tu as long as you're superstar, lazima utaenda mahali mbali.
Out of this program, tulichukua Dedan ambaye alikuwa MVP, Saa hizi ndio huyo ameenda Spain this month. She's not playing professional. Imechukua Marion ambayo is my daughter, Marion Serenge, na kwa saa hizi yuko national team anapiga pro Uganda.
Season 5 we have an international game. They will actually go to Gothia in Sweden after March when we do the final rounds. They also have an opportunity to win. The teams that win nationally, they will each get $1 million shillings.
That's become the end of our today's bulletin. I thank you so much for keeping it live in Swechotv. But please, if at all you've never subscribed or rather followed us, then you can reach us in Swechotv in all social media platforms. And therefore, we really appreciate your effort. In case of any commentary or rather any information, any advertisement, then never hesitate to reach us through our own email, swechotv@gmail.com. For now, have a blessed afternoon, and thank you so much.